Hello, welcome to Royal Rita's Roost and the Quilted Chicken Farm. I'll probably just post this video on the Quilted Chicken Farm. And what is January the 16th, and it's cold. I'm in west central Arkansas, and it's so cold it was like a -8 this morning. And then a little while later, Terry checked, and it was like 2. And I don't think the temperature is going to get out of the 20s today. And the ground is snow. There's snow on the ground, so the roads are snow packed. It's just not fun. This is not the temperature we're supposed to have here in my neck of the woods. And I don't think I'd want to get used to it, because it's not easy. It's hard on the animals. It's hard on us. Even when you have to go out to get water for the animals, the snow is so bright today. The sun is shining. That's a good thing. But it's so bright out there. After a while, the white snow almost hurts your eyes. And so that's made me just a little bit grumpy and growly. I think all I do is when I'm not doing something else, I'm looking for something to eat. I don't know why that is. So I've ate peach cobbler and just anything I can find. And before the storm came, I did go over to the dollar store, and I got some little Debbie cakes and some chips. Guess who's eating them? I even got ice cream, and guess who's eating them? Like I need all that junk, and I've been making chili and soups, and we have plenty of good food to eat, but then that junk food's what I seem like I just be a craving. This is coffee, but even hot chocolate and marshmallows, just anything that's going to make me put on a few more pounds, which I don't need. So, and I've got lots of things I could be doing. I could go up to the she shed and quilt, because that's where the quilt machine is. But then it's a little chilly up there. I have to run a lot of heat up there and a lot of heat down here. This cold is just a dilemma for me. So, I'm not going to do too much on this. But I'm going to take my layer cake that I bought for this pattern, and I'm just going to cut on it. Oh, and I'll tell you it too. When I was at the dollar store the other day, they had these sweet little boxes, and I thought, I could start, when some of these unfinished projects, I could put them in little boxes like this. And this one's not very big. I bought 2 a couple years ago that was bigger. But this one's not very big. But since I have to cut these layer cakes up into 2.5-inch squares, I think it is, that might be just about the right size. Now, I know some of you that watch me got your layer cakes too, or your fabric to do this so long, got your pattern. That one don't go there. What is that? That's something else. It got in this stack. Oh, but how pretty. It's pretty. Oh, I know, it was another unfinished project. I think I needed that today. What does it say? Even so, it is well with my soul. I think I needed that. Maybe I need to find the rest of the pieces and finish putting it together. Anyway, that somehow got in there, and I don't know how. But I'm not going to put it in that box. And I will tell you, on these layer cakes, y'all have done layer cakes. I mean, they've got a lot of pretty pieces, and most of them are just right, but then they always throw in some white ones in there that's not really going to do your pattern, your design like you want it to. If you can see that, it's all real colorful. And those are not colorful. So you know what I do sometimes? When on the collection, that's the backing. I've got the backing. On the collection, sometimes I'll buy a little bit of extra to have to replace those. So I've got this red piece. Let's see, is that red piece in there? I'll find some that I like with it. I'm looking to see. This one, I think that's, what was it? General Store. General Store is the one I bought from Connecting Threads. And that's a piece, and I got a extra blue. And another extra red. Oh, I believe I've got a bunch of them. What did I get so many of them for? I know why, because when I bought this, I was going to do a tulip quilt. Some extra green. And then I had it, and I thought, well, already done one tulip quilt before, but I haven't done this pattern, so I'll use it on this one. Here's another pretty red one. Boy, I just bought a lot of extra. I wanted to make sure I had enough, didn't I? See, I think I even got this one for the stems. Is it general store too? Find the... No, it's just a one that coordinates. So I may save that for my tulip quilt if I ever do it get started again. But this is the collection I'm going to do it with. General Store 2023. 10-inch squares and 40 pieces. So I think that's why I bought some of the extra. You get down here to... And I'm gonna make you buy the pattern. I ain't gonna give you all the directions. It says it's 3 sizes included, traditionally pieced, skilled, beginner level pattern, layer cake friendly. Perfect pieces. Please read all instructions prior to beginning. All instructions are based on quarter seam allowances. We all know that a scant and fourth is what we need. Seams are pressed open unless specified on your preferred method. I usually don't press them open. I just press them to the dark side. Width of fabric, half square triangles, layer cake, binding, borders. Well, let's see. What do we want to do first? I'm going to separate mine out. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of do like this, and I'm going to make the crosses. I'm going to make sure I save enough of the red for the hearts. So I'm going to probably take the red out, but I do have some extra bought for that. And the crosses, I'll use some of those darker blues and greens for the crosses, so I may set them aside. Let's see, which one should I cut first? Let's see if I can... Oh, did I bring a ruler over here? I don't think I brought a ruler. These two are just alike. But what I plan on doing is cutting them like her instructions say and throw them in my box here. Because I think that's what we do before we start sewing them. Let me look a little bit further here. If using a layer cake for the cross, heart, and color patchwork pieces, please see page 1. And only cut background fabric using the table above. Let's see, where did they sew the... This is going to take some studying. Have y'all studied your pattern yet? I'm wanting just to make a throw quilt on this because I think it'd make a pretty throw. It's got a queen. I'm not going to make a queen quilt out of it. Alright, I'm going to get me a ruler and I'm going to cut it. Let me grab my ruler. I'm coming back. Nope, here's my rotary cutter over here, and it needs a new blade. I may do that in a minute. I don't know how's the best way to do it. Let me look. I need 27 of them for the layer cake, for the throw. I'm going to see. I've got 5 inches there. And I've got, well, I'm going to scoot that up just a little bit. No. Now, I'm using 2 rulers here to make sure I get right in the middle here. Measuring it 2 different ways is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut. If I mess something up, I have those extras. Let's cut this. Measuring it 2 ways again. Going to a lot of trouble, ain't I? But this is such a pretty pattern, I want to do it right. And these are not my scraps. These are my good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and do this other way. Let me measure that 5 this way. Do you like measuring? But I'm going to do this as my sit-down job today. If I have something heating on the stove, I'm going to sit right here in my kitchen and work on it. We go over. The lines on this old ruler, they've got better rulers nowadays that have better markings. But this one, I've had this one a long time. And actually, this one's not mine. I'll tell you, just let me cut this and I'll tell you about this ruler. This one's hard to read because some of the new ones are a whole lot better to see. But I bought this stuff for my daughter for Christmas here several years ago. Some quilting supplies, and she didn't use them, and so I said, can I borrow some of those? And so I did. I borrowed them, and I hadn't gave them back to her. And I see her initials here on them. Her initials are about rubbed off, but it says ER. That's what we're going to start with. Now I'm going to pick out several of these that I want to mix and match, and as I cut them, so I can just make sure they're all mixed up when I sew them, I'm going to drop them in that box. That's my plan. Hope you got a plan too. Alright, that's what I'm going to do here on this cold, cold, cold January the 16th. Cold, cold. Y'all.